Welcome to the Solid Wood Services Logistics and Dispatching course. In this lesson, we're going to lay the foundation for everything you'll do in this industry. So let's begin with a simple but important question. What does a dispatcher actually do? A dispatcher is the link between the truck, the broker or shipper, and the freight that needs to move. You are the person making sure the driver knows where they're going, when they need to be there, what they're picking up, and what the rate is. You're responsible for finding loads, negotiating the price, managing the schedule, handling communication, organizing paperwork, and keeping the truck profitable week after week. Think of dispatching like this. You don't drive the truck, but you control where it goes. You don't touch the freight, but you determine how much the driver earns. You are the quiet engine behind the scenes that makes the entire operation run smoothly. Now let's talk about how dispatchers get paid. Most dispatchers earn between 5 and 10% of the carrier's weekly gross. For example, if your driver makes $5,000 in a week and your rate is 7%, you earn $350. Now imagine doing that with 4 or 5 trucks consistently. You're earning over $1,000 a week working from home, using your skills and your system. That's the power of dispatching. But to do this well, you need the right mindset. A dispatcher must stay calm under pressure, communicate clearly, think logically, and understand both business and people. Drivers deal with long hours, heavy loads, and stressful conditions. Brokers deal with deadlines, demanding shippers, and constant market pressure. You stand in the middle of all of it, making sure the job gets done. Your tone matters. Your patience matters. Your professionalism matters. And most importantly, your integrity matters. In trucking, word travels fast. A dispatcher who is reliable, honest, and steady becomes valuable very quickly. Before we go any further, let's cover the basic tools you need to start. You don't need a big office or fancy equipment. You need a reliable computer, strong internet, business phone number, and a professional email address. You'll need access to load boards such as DAT or TruckStop, cloud storage to keep your documents organized, a PDF editor for paperwork, and a spreadsheet or dispatching system to track your loads. With these tools in place, you can run a full dispatching business from anywhere. Now let's talk about setting up your business. Before dispatching a single load, you need to structure your business the right way. You should form an LLC, get an EIN from the IRS, and open a business bank account. You should also have a dispatch service agreement for every carrier you work with and a carrier profile form to collect important information about the driver, their equipment, and their preferences. Doing these steps early protects you legally and shows brokers and carriers that you run a real business, not a hobby. So what does a dispatcher's day actually look like? It starts with checking in with the drivers you're managing. You confirm where they are, what they delivered, how much driving time they have left, and what they want for the day. Then you begin searching the load boards, contacting brokers, gathering full load details, and negotiating the best possible rate. Once you find the right load, you complete the carrier packet, review the rate confirmation, and send it to the driver along with pickup information. Throughout the day, you stay in communication with a broker and the driver to make sure everything is on schedule. At the end of the day, you collect paperwork, submit documents for payment, look at your revenue, and plan tomorrow's moves. Now, like any profession, dispatching comes with some common mistakes that beginners make. The biggest mistakes include taking cheap freight, ignoring deadhead miles, sending drivers into weak markets, failing to read the full rate confirmation, communicating poorly, or dispatching without a signed agreement in place. Avoid these mistakes early, and you will separate yourself from the majority of new dispatchers very quickly. By completing this module, you now understand what dispatching truly is, how dispatchers get paid, the tools you need, how to structure your business, what a typical day looks like, and the pitfalls to avoid. In the next modules, we'll go deeper into the types of carriers you'll work with, the kind of shippers you'll interact with, the equipment you'll be dealing with, and the essential skills you'll need to negotiate strong freight rates. This has been Module 1 of the Solid Wood Services Logistics and Dispatching course. Let's continue building your future in this industry.